Welcome to Khun Han, a small town in northeastern Thailand, where I read about this place about a week ago, where I found out there is a Buddhist temple here that is built out of 1 million beer bottles, and I knew I had to come. Now the temple itself is just over that direction, about a 5-minute walk, but I thought I'd start off with the stadium of the town and have a quick look at that. Now what do I know about Khun Han? Well, it's on the border of Cambodia, which is about 15 to 20 kilometers that way. There is a population in the town of roughly 18,000 people, and I'm running across this roundabout as quickly as I can. And we've got an archway here that leads into the stadium. Now the main industry around here is not tourism, it is agriculture. Jasmine rice, durians, and there's a big rubber plantation industry around here as well. Now even though there's no tourism, there is plenty of hotels, and the one I'm staying in is about a 20-minute walk that way, not too far. There's another resort which is that way, which is where I'm going to go to tomorrow. The one I'm currently at is not really the best, and I fancy staying here another day. Right, where is the stadium? Oh, there it is. So I don't know what's happening around here. Now, I got here yesterday, and when I arrived, I had planned to come out straight away. Oh, looks like it's going to be a festival. But the weather yesterday was absolutely diabolical. It rained for about 5 hours, and you can see this. The skies aren't looking the best, and even the ground is very muddy and wet. Oh, wow, there is a festival happening. So the town has got big dreams to be on the Thai football map. They got a football club together, Khun Han United, in December 2022 when it was launched. It was a mixture of all the locals and some semi-professional footballers who came together and said, right, let's start a football team. According to Google Maps, this is where they train. This is in the centre of the roundabout where I've just come into. There's not a lot here. Like I said, they're building for something for the weekend, I'm assuming. But they're going to be playing in a semi-professional league and hoping to get to the main League 3 within the next couple of years. Their main matches played in a town that is about 15 kilometers away, because they haven't got an official stadium in the town yet. I was quite excited about seeing a stadium on Google Maps and then finding out that it's not actually here. Oh well. But there's a statue of someone important with a sword. But the main reason I have come into this town is to go and see this temple. Now behind me is a big reservoir, which I'll have a one or two after I've been to the temple, and there is plenty of stuff to see around in this small town, but I'm surprised that it's not really very touristy. Right, let's go find this temple. One of the things I have found out today is, although the Cambodian border is not that far away, the border crossing itself is just further down. As of today, So end of June 2025, there is closure between the borders between the two countries, and there was a bit of tension between the two countries at a disputed bit of land where a Cambodian soldier was killed, and therefore all border crossings are closed to everyone. So it's a good job I'm not going to Cambodia at the moment. Another thing about this place is grab taxis. Southeast Asia's version of Uber. Use it everywhere, really handy to use. Got the app. I've used it about 4 or 5 times in the town, yet there is no drivers, bike riders, anything, any time of the day. I've used it morning, this morning, lunchtime, yesterday afternoon, last night. So if you do come here, I can't find anywhere to hire bikes. I've asked at the resort that I'm in, and it's a case of you've got to walk everywhere, which is quite handy if you're used to walking. But this morning I decided, very foolishly, to go for a 10k run around this whole area. So my little legs are feeling a bit delicate. Right, I caught the map. The temple is just around the corner there. So I'm coming up to it now. With a little sign there to say Wat Lan Kwat, also known as the Temple of a Million Bottles. You can see this is the rain from last night. And my feet are already wet. And oh my god, I've just seen this. As you walk past the fence, actual fence is made out of bottles as well. Oh wow. And the bottle tops. That's crazy. Oh. Because of the mud, I'm trying not to get my feet dirty. But yeah, look at that. There it is. Wow. Even look at that. It's bottles. Hey. Yeah, let's get a bit closer. So this was all started in 1984 by a forward-thinking monk. He was living in a forest temple where there was just discarded beer bottles everywhere. So he thought, why not use them as building blocks? So with the help of other people, he collected over 1.5 million bottles, mostly green Heineken bottles, as you can see there, and brown Chang bottles. And he got them from villages and shops, and also used the caps as well amongst places. Wow. Even up there. So it took 2 years to build the first main temple, which I assume is that. And if you look at Buddha, at his back of his head, it's Heineken bottles. Oh my god. But there is about 20 structures within this site. all made of bottles. I'll say it again, crazy. Right, I'm just going to get a quick closer look at this one. So yeah, there's the Chang bottles, the Heineken bottles on top. I'm not too sure what bottles they are. Come and go in. This is mental. But even the pillars, it's just bottles everywhere. But even the windows is just split up with small bottles. That's a lot of alcohol here. So I've just done a little bit of maths and to try and work how much alcohol it would take to drink to get all these bottles. And if you average on 3 bottles of Chang or Heineken a day, it would take roughly about 1,370 years. So there's no chance of me recreating this somewhere else. But that one there looks amazing. They've got the Chang and the Heineken bottles together, giving the brown and the green effect. Oh. But if you did 10 bottles a day, that would be 411 years. Sorry, I've just been sat there just working it all out. I mean, it's not all bottles, but it's quite eco-friendly. Oh, there's a bit of a lake behind this one here. Now I don't know which is the main temple. This could be it. This took 2 years to build. I mean, look at that. And even the ground, it's just like the top of bottle, so it goes all the way down. Wow. So it looks like there's just 3 main bottles they've used. I'll just take my shoes off. So you've got obviously the small ones here, and then the big Chang and the big Heineken. Of these ones. There's the lake. I'm surprised that Heineken's not been down here to sponsor this place, or Chang. Oh. Amazing. Now this is the outside of this lakeside temple. Beautiful. I mean, I've not had any alcohol for 2 weeks now, so I'm feeling a bit thirsty. Mate, this is amazing. And there's another one, all made out of bottles over there. Wow. Now, when this was first built, the first main chapel, the thing that we saw when we first came in, took 2 years to build, and then they carried on until it was finished in 2009. And they built another 20 other structures, including things like monk quarters, a crematorium, toilets, water tower, which I know is behind me, but I'm assuming this in front of me is the monk quarters. Ooh, that was a bit slippy. Just look where I'm going. But again, everything built out of bottles, obviously. Now they look more modern, but the fence around it is Chang bottles. And the locals helped out a lot by providing the bottles, which I'm sure they would have been helpful with drinking away. I'm sure I would have helped out. And there is the water tower down there. So I'm going to get a closer look at that. And I think what impresses me most about this is the fact that this was finished in 2009, 25 years ago, and there's hardly any broken bottles. Even with the elements of weather, things crashing into them, most of them are intact. I have seen a couple of broken bottles, but not that many. Just a handful. But that there is the water tower. From the top to the bottom. And I know I keep saying it, built out of bottles. But it still is amazing. Closer look. Wow. Now there is a statue here of some guy, and I'm assuming that it's the person who started this project. He looks a happy chappy. It's not really a sign to say who it is. He does look tired, so it must have been him. But yeah. So yeah, that's the main temple down there, the first one. So it is a working temple. You've got monk there building flags. Just try to have a chat with him, but I think he's in a vow of silence. Right, let's go down to the reservoir. I am going to take a few pictures first. Instagram. Beautiful place. Right, I've just come down a small road, and this is meant to be the reservoir, and all down there is very damp. Oh, there's a road. How does she get up there? I'm going to get my feet wet again. Oh, splish splash. I'm trying to climb this without falling over. Oh wow. That's bigger than what I thought it'd be. That's quite cool. So there's a lot of wildlife down there. So this road must go somewhere. So there's a main road that way. That's towards the stadium where the festival is. And I'm guessing this could go all the way around. Now when I did my 10k run this morning, I was tempted to run this, but I think it works out about 6.5k just to the other side, and that was going to be more than 10k that I was going to do. So and there's a little temple there with all the gates closed. So I'm back in the centre. You've got the big stadium roundabout behind me. Over there you've got a big police station. It's quite big for a small town. But I'm going to head back to the hotel, the resort. I'm going to be there for one more night and then I'm going to swap. But it's been an interesting afternoon. The rain is held off, which is much appreciated. There's even some blue skies down there. But if you've enjoyed this video, then all you got to do is press that like button. If you want to see me move tomorrow and a bit more of the town, then you just got to do a bit of a subscribe. But until the next time, I'm off to get some food. Bye bye for now.